Hey guys, so today is a fragrance video in which I will familiarize you with the fragrances that I picked up for spring. I, for some reason, am in a particular headspace for this spring where I want authentic memory scents. That is what I'm interested in. That is what I'm gonna reach for. I am still trying miniatures of all sorts, and I will be filming sort of regurgitation of my thoughts regarding the miniatures that I've used up. I'm putting them aside. That's all coming, but this spring I am absolutely looking for nostalgic scents. And when I say that, I don't mean scents that I already have in my collection that revive nostalgia. Also true, by the way, but I am on a hunt, some kind of weird bloodhound hunt with my nose after certain scents that bring back memories, make me feel whole, make me feel wholesome, or create some kind of weird comfort. Really, this type of a scent is going to be different for everybody simply because our life experiences and scent library, like the scent memories, are totally different, and we associate different scents with different people, with different circumstances in our lives. So this is quite particular to me and my feelings and understanding of nostalgia and my particular experiences, but here it is. This is what it is. I'll be curious to hear about what scents are very nostalgic to you and why, but everything I'm going to talk about is quite authentically literal. Let's start with the star of the purchasing spree is Aerin Lilac Path. I have not purchased from Aerin previously. I've smelled all of the fragrances that are available. None of them had grabbed me and just absolutely made me insanely want to use the scents. I thought they were nice, beautiful, quite scaled, very edited, and good quality scents, but they weren't quite my cup of tea. Until this spring, I smelled Lilac Path, which is, it just blew my mind. I did not have a miniature of this, which is very rare for me. I normally will use up several miniatures of a fragrance before I purchase it, just because, you know, I have to be super picky with my fragrance purchases. I have such an enormous fragrance library, and I do like to go through my fragrances, so I do not like to have huge sizes of perfumes that I then feel obliged to finish up or maybe gift to somebody afterwards, which then makes you feel guilty, obviously, for spending all this money, because this is not a cheap hobby. So Aerin Lilac Path, it mesmerized me. It grabbed me. It sparked a fire in my memory. And when I say a fire, I mean a light, pleasant breeze. Lilac Path is the scent of a lilac path. Scent of lilacs, blooming, juicy, just absolutely glorious lilacs. The scent is a little bit more complicated, and I will talk about it at length. It will deserve its own video for sure, I do not doubt that. But this is something else. This is pure childhood nostalgia for me, which is my very favorite kind of scent. And it's never too late to make scent memories. Our brain is very malleable. It makes those neuron connections. It's not too late to develop your sense of smell, as well as some referencing, little reference library in your brain. That's essentially what loving perfume is all about. It's filing away all the things that you smell and enjoying the sensation of smelling. So Lilac Path is absolutely a childhood memory for me. It immediately takes me to two separate places: innocent and wonderful and childlike and extremely happy. And that's what a good scent can do for you. If you find a correct scent that creates a certain memory recognition pattern in your brain, it just sparks as if you're there. And for me, first of all, the Botanical Gardens in Minsk, Belarus is where I grew up as a child. My mom used to take me to these botanical gardens, and in the springtime there were paths absolutely chock full of beautiful, healthy, juicy lilacs that would bloom all at the same time, and this absolutely intoxicating scent would be lingering in the air for several weeks a year while the lilacs were blooming. And I remember it just being the happiest time of my life, probably. when as a child I got to go to botanical gardens and run around and play, and I had my little magnifying glass and I would go and look at insects and look at flowers through the magnifying glass, and roller skate later on when I learned to do that. But it just absolutely creates this childlike wonder, this magical place that in my head is the botanical gardens. So still, as soon as I walk by a lilac bush, it just immediately gives me this whiff of childhood happiness and wonder and carelessness and just distilled, concentrated joy. This is why this scent absolutely swept me off my feet. And I know this is really personal to me, but perhaps if you have memories connected to lilacs, and I've tried to find a lilac-based, very pure lilac perfume for a while, I think this is doing it for me. I think this might be it, and this, if indeed it holds up to the expectation that I have for it, which I think it will. So far, I've used it a few times only, so too early to tell. But I think this might be it for me in terms of a lilac perfume. It's flawless so far. The next fragrance is from LUSH. The next actually two fragrances are from LUSH. Lovers of Rose, Rejoice. This is a very fruity, rosy scent that is in many of their bath products, a massage bar. They have it in a variety of, this scent in a variety of products at LUSH. And for years I've been trying to look for it. I even had reviewed Imogen Rose Solid Perfume, which I was hoping was gonna smell like rose jam. But it was an absolute disaster for me, not just because it didn't smell like rose jam, but it was just a poor quality fragrance. This is an eau de cologne, maybe even weaker, like a body spray concentration. And they'd say it's a body spray, so I am not, you know, knocking it for that. I will still wear it a little bit longer to determine the quality of ingredients and the longevity. I wish they had it in a more concentrated form because I think I would like to smell like this all day. Packaging is obviously, if you know my channel, you know my preferences for packaging. Yeah, I don't like this, but you know, some people might, and it's kind of fun and cool and different, definitely different than most fragrances are. For me, I really like the clean, minimalistic, luxurious take on packaging. That's what I like. But I mean, this is fun. Somebody might like it. I don't, but I'm not knocking it. This actually works okay. The sprayer is a bit, I mean, the sprayer is about what you would expect out of this kind of a bottle. So obviously I don't love the sprayer, but the scent itself is actually rose jam personified. It is the true scent. It is this fruity rose. They have their own description here. I'll read it for you. I will then go on to talk about my own take on the fragrance later on in a separate video, but they say it's a sweet, fruity rose, vanilla scented mist that will leave you with a trail of admirers. I agree. Vanillic sweet rose, very juicy. I'm going to talk about it later, but this particular scent also pulled me in. I've been looking for it for a while, and finally they released it fairly recently, so I'm quite happy about it. Thank you very much, Lush. You've heard my prayers. I'm really, really happy about this release, simply because I have so many memories connected to this fragrance, and I love harnessing it, and I really enjoy having it in a fragrance form. I've started using this particular scent in their body conditioner, and I did like it, but I didn't like the idea of freezing in the shower while waiting for the body conditioner to sink in, so I did not use this product for very long. I used up the tub that I had, and then I moved on to moisturizers. And they also carry a body bar, you know, they're massage bars, which I really like actually. Those are really great quality products in this scent. And I own some right now. I love it that much. I've been repurchasing it for years, probably as long as they had it. I've been buying it. But the biggest and the brightest memory that I have connected to this scent is really when I was pregnant with my son. My husband and I had a ritual where every evening before bed, he would massage my belly with those body bars with this scent. Because I was really, really particular about the scents that were around me during pregnancy. Obviously, you know that sometimes pregnancy really messes with your sense of smell, and people have trouble with foods, with fragrances, with really anything that smells. You're hypersensitive, and the smells that you might have found attractive previously really turn your stomach. That had happened to me during pregnancy. This was a scent that really didn't bother me and was quite pleasing. I mean, it obviously continues to be pleasing. I love the scent, but that body bar and the smell of it on my pregnant tummy, and I grew tremendously. I gained a huge amount of weight during my pregnancy, about 45 pounds, or about like somewhere around 50 pounds probably, which is a lot on my frame. I'm pretty short. And this scent really, really stood with me as this ritual, the relaxation in the evening time. This was that scent that to me links my brain to a place where I'm relaxing finally. After a long day, I'm relaxing. It's an immediate exhale scent for me right now. That's what it has been since my pregnancy, and I really like that. I like to trigger that thought, that memory in my brain, where if I just had a busy day, a crazy sort of overwhelming time or something like that, and I just need that trigger to do this. Rose Jam, that does it for me. So I was super happy to get my hands on that scent. Another Lush fragrance that I got, and this is turning into quite a long video about 3 fragrances that I'm not even talking about the notes of, Cardamom Coffee by Lush, and I bought it in the solid form because I had such a huge fail with Imogen Rose in the solid formulation. This one I got to help me get over that because I hated them. So it was really poorly done, and a lot of the base was invasive and added to the scent in a very bad way. They reformulated the base of their solid fragrances, which I was very happy to hear, and I barely touched this one, but I decided to go ahead and pick up another solid that I thought I might enjoy. Cardamom Coffee seemed very fitting and nice and beautiful and simple and wearable, a little bit cozy and warm, and I love cardamom in my drinks. I don't particularly enjoy cardamom in fragrances, but cardamom in coffee and tea I really like, which is what this mimics. So I was pleasantly surprised by the scent. Again, this formulation, the solids, are actually quite a lot, contrary to what you might imagine, quite a lot weaker than their liquid fragrances. Their liquid fragrances are quite potent, I have to say. If you're looking for high quality ingredients, they're gonna be there. I smelled some of those. They are indeed quite potent. Their solids are kind of like an eau de cologne concentration, so far less potent, but they do come in a moisturizing base, wax-based base with some oils, and that tends to work quite well on my dry skin, so I decided to go for this. Besides, this was far less expensive. It's a small size. It was far less expensive than buying a full bottle, which I wasn't sure I was gonna love and really, really want to have. But this is super comforting. This smells like a little bit like a London fog, but with cardamom. Basically, that's what it smells like. I distinctly feel like there's not just cardamom, which is obvious, and there's a little bit of coffee or black tea even. It's called coffee. Yeah, there's a little bit of coffee or very strong black tea with a coffee undertone, and I feel like it's a latte. I feel like there's milk in here for sure, foaming milk. Very, very nice creamy scent, which is counterintuitive for spring, but because of the formulation, it's not a very heavy formulation. Spring tends to be quite rainy right now. In fact, it's a mess outside. We get quite a lot of showers, and not just showers, but basically storms, rainstorms. This kind of a scent goes very well with a rainy day. I'm wearing it today, and I have to say, with a rainy day, this is what I want to feel like. I want to feel cozy. So that's it. Those are the 3 fragrances, and I don't know if it was fun for you to listen to the backstory of why I've purchased them, and I think it might be interesting to sort of go through my reasoning for purchasing one fragrance or another. That could be sort of fun and helpful and like story time-ish maybe. So let me know if you have those memory scents, comfort scents, which these obviously are for me. Comfort scents that make you feel safe and secure and good and happy and more relaxed, like in my case with Rose Jam. Tell me about those. That's it for today. Hope you guys have a good day. Let me know if you are buying anything specific for spring. And that's it for today. See you later. Bye-bye.